It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
Shh, listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the party.
Around the world. Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your host, your USPA IJs of the Year for 2023, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. It's all good, kids, because you guys are here with us.
And we're here with you.
On Polkas After Dark, the Sunday afternoon edition, where we get a chance to talk with folks live on Facebook and also our YouTube channel. And we do want to welcome a few people already into the chat room here, into Polkas After Dark on Facebook. Marcia and Paul Figleski from Michigan. They're tuned in here. Also, Rob Reka. Hello to you, Rob. Dalen Enkers. Hello to you, Dalen. Haven't seen you in a long time. Vanessa Nemchuk is here. Kathy Urbanchik. Hello to you, Kathy. Hope all is good with Whitey. And then we're going to also say hello to Mr. Brian. I believe it is Arakel, but I am not certain on the pronunciation,
There's no
Brian.
L there.
What's that?
There's no L in that name.
Raichele.
Oh, because I was looking at that one.
Oh, you're
which
looking
is
at
another
that one.
Robert.
No, that's Rob Rakin. Of course,
Hi,
of
it's
course.
me.
I already mentioned that. I already mentioned his name. Linda Chipchak Merwin is here with us, joining along with Marty and Dad Mike. And we also have Mr. Edwin Rajewski. Ed is here. Gil Wojtowicz. Hey, guys, hope you are not getting blasted like we are right now. It is coming down outside. We looked about maybe an hour or so, and it was just starting to hit, but the cars are covered. And, of course, after the broadcast today, I'm going to be going out and doing some snow blowing. You're staying inside because you're on combat duty there. But we also want to make sure that we mention that we are going to be talking live with Lori Nissel in just a little while. But let's go ahead and get some polka music up here. Here is one that Lori, a recording that Lori was on with Iversico. Here's one called I Don't Care Polka.
I don't care if the tops don't spin. I don't care
Yeah, a little bit of Diversico. I don't care, polka. Jerry, what was that little laugh about?
Because she corrected the warm.
Oh,
But it's warm inside listening to Polkas After Dark.
there you go. Yep, and we are warm inside too, which is nice. Like I said, I'll go out and snowblow a little bit later on. We've already started the cars. Thank the Lord for remote control starters, because we both have them on the car, and just, to start the cars up, even if we're not going anywhere, it at least gives it a chance to melt some of that ice that built up on the windshields. Chris said she lost her sound, but that's okay. We're gonna play some more polkas for you, Chris, and hopefully you'll get it back. Here's one called Lapland, and here is one by the I Polka Band, right here on Polkas After Dark. Hello to Marcia Roccamascato out there in OP. Hopefully you are doing okay and you're shoveled out. Hey, that is a tune by the I Polka Band, Lapland Polka, and instrumental, a nice one at that. And Bonnie Zaba is also here. Hello to Bonnie. She says hello from snowy Ohio. Hey, folks, if you're in snow, let us know how much you've gotten so far last evening into today, because we'd love to find that out. Looks like Amber is here. Amber Raymakers, hello to you. Andrew Haverlick is tuned in. He's watching this afternoon. And we hope you guys aren't getting too much snow. I'd like to find out, maybe Xander can hop in there and let us know
what he's got
let
there.
us know how much he's got snow-wise, him and Helena. And also, want to say hi to Helena. Hello, Helena. And got to say hello to the lovely gal that plays keyboards and sings. And let's see, who else do we want to send a shout out to, Jerry?
Everybody.
Yeah, we still have a pretty good amount of folks watching us on Facebook. Not so many in the chat room.
We have a lot on YouTube with me, but they're just not very talkative yet. So.
Okay, hey, we're going to also say hello to the train guy.
Wide world of trains.
Wide world of trains. Finally got a chance. Well, we didn't figure out, but Mark was nice enough to let us know, it's me. So thank you so much, Mark. I got to get a chance to see his ride. Did you see the picture of his ride?
I did.
Oh,
pretty neat.
I have seen a few of them out and about, but I have not seen one on the inside. And he's down in Dunkirk. Hey, we're talking about that Cybertruck, kids. He's got one of those cool vehicles. I just want to see what it's like inside. I don't need to ride around in it. I just want to sit in it and see what it's like, because I hear those are amazing. Hey, we're going to also say hello to Mr. Frank Murkowski.
And
Frank,
happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frank. Happy birthday to you.
Mwah, we love you.
He celebrated a birthday. Let's see here. And, of course, Joyce is there with him. Let's see here. Who else? Lancaster. Oh, I keep saying Orchard Park for Marcia Moscato, but she's out there in Lancaster. I keep forgetting about that.
4 inches.
And Latte loves it.
Yes.
Just jumping around out there. Hey, Toledo got about 5 inches last evening. Geez, oh whiz. Mr. Tom Kowalski is here from Michigan. Also, David Desolaris. Hello to you, David. Haven't seen you in a while out in Massachusetts area.
It wasn't so much the snow, it's the snow that came on top of the rain.
Yeah.
So that everything is icy. I saw that there was this huge accident on the 33 heading out Batavia way.
Ooh.
And I'm like, ooh, I hope everybody I know out that way is safe.
That is not good. Not at all. 4 inches of snow in Cleveland, Mr. Murkowski said, the birthday boy. Also, we're going to be talking to Lori Nissel very, very shortly. Going to be calling her up in about 10 or 12 minutes or so to get her on live with us for an interview from Minnesota. Minnesota always gets blasted with snow, so can't wait to hear what they've got. Lori Nissel is here, so we want to say happy birthday to you, young lady. But we're gonna wait and sing it when we've got her on the phone.
Man.
Yeah.
Can't we do it both?
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You get so excited with
like
singing happy
birthdays.
birthday to people.
I like birthdays.
Yikes. Well, I'm sure everybody else does too.
It is really one day that people realize how special they are.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be very special on April the 30th this year.
I'm going to be
The
60
6-0.
special.
The 6-0. Hey, Dave Jenka is here. Hello to you, David. And let's see, who else is in the house? Mr. Bill Delic. Hello to you, Bill. Hey, let's get some more polkas on the tunes here with Polkas After Dark. And we're going to change it up a little bit and get a nice waltz here by the Marv Nissel Band. Yeah, hold on. And here's one called the Dorf Waltz. Hello to Mr. Michael Zimborski. yeah, there we go. There's a beautiful waltz called the Dorf Waltz, and that is the Marv Nissel Band. Hey, we're going to change it up a little bit. Let's bring up a tune. We're going to send this one out to Sharon and Tom Golden, wherever they may be on YouTube or Facebook. Here's one by Emily Bison off of that Praise in Polkas recording. Here's one called God is Good. Hello to our gal up in Canada, Ellis Fischler. That's God is Good, Emily Bison off of that Praise in Polkas recording. Hey, once again, we want to go out west a little bit there to Chicago, Illinois area, actually Beecher, Illinois, and the lovely Dolores Sandra Gorkowski said, no snow here. Well, that's the wrong answer, Dolores.
Well, the rest of us are.
Everybody else are like, yeah, oh, come on, really, snow? No, that's great that you're not getting any now. I'm sure you'll be getting some at, some point of the week anyhow. Maybe you got a bunch last week. Hey, we're going to say hi to Joanne Novikowski. Michelle Trowbridge is here. Hello to you, Michelle, and your hubby. Also, Evan Bozzarelli is also tuned in. And, of course, the lovely Janice and Joe DiPiatic. Joe's not lovely. He's just, that was just kind of a goof up on words. Yeah, the lovely Janice DiPiatic and her husband. Hey, we're going to say hi to Dale Voidilla. He's popped in here also to his lovely missus. And Jerry, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what's happening with the Ultimate 2025 Convention Raffle by the USPA.
Absolutely. You have a chance to win 3-night stay at Holiday Inn from Friday, May 23rd to Sunday, May 25th, and 2, count 'em, 2 3-day passes for the event as well. All you have to do is get a hold of a board member, go to uspapolka.com, call one of the members after you've been on the uspapolka.com, and for a little bit of money, you could win a nice big prize. Yeah. The winner will be announced during the USPA Welcome to Spring Dance on March 15th. You do not need to be present. However, if you are, there is an additional gift that you will get, which is $100 in local gift cards as part of the prize.
That's good. And also, don't forget to let them know that the USPA is back at our old alma mater, which, of course, is the fantastic, drumroll please, Holiday Inn at 6001 Rockside Road in Independence, Ohio. That zip out there is 44131, and the telephone number to call to get your rooms, make sure that you do that. And that, of course, is 216-524-8050. That's 216-524-8050. Please make sure you do it. If you haven't gotten your reservations yet, you can call either during the show right now, or you can also call after the broadcast here as well. Chris Curtis is here. Hello to you. Jerry Romanovich is also here. And it looks like Donna Zielinski said, hi, everyone. This time we got our fair share of snow, maybe an additional 6 inches, and ice as well. Well, the ice is what you got to watch out for, kids.
Linda P. shared a video of her street
Oh.
as she was out there. And she's like, for all you people that are missing this beep,
Oh,
she shared, we got our own beep here.
you got that right. Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to. Here's another tune by the Polka Band. Here's a nice instrumental called Barbara Polka. One called the Barbara Polka. For all those Barbaras out there, hey, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We do appreciate it ever so much that you thought of us to stop by this afternoon and say hello to a lovely gal out in Minnesota who I have known for quite a few years. Just really got a chance to know her son, but we'll be talking a little bit about him too. But right now, Lori, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon to you, kiddo, and thanks very much for joining us here.
Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
round
gotta
two.
work on pitch. We
Yeah, work on something.
Yeah, the song is good.
Thank
It's
you,
a-
guys.
You are welcome. We're not going to ask you how old you are, so don't divulge that. But we do want you to divulge a whole bunch of other secrets, and that, of course, is the way we normally start out an interview. And that is, Lori, how old were you when you heard your first polka song?
Well, actually, so I have a little story. I have lots of stories to tell
Perfect,
you.
because that's what we want, kiddo.
So, my parents are both musicians, and my mom would play a bass drum through a parade, and she was pregnant with me when she would do this. So I have been since like in the womb listening to polka music.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've had it for a while now. Mom played bass drum. Dad plays concertina, doesn't he?
Yeah, so mom did the bass drum just through these parades that we would do, but she also plays a split keyboard, so bass on the left and, the rhythm on the right. So she's a
gotcha.
piano player. Yep. And then my
Gotcha.
dad is concertina. Yes, Marvin Carol Nissel are my parents.
Marvin Carol Nissel. And I thank you very much for getting us a copy of the latest recording. And then, of course, you had sent us the iPolka band, and I think we have one of your members on here, if I'm not mistaken, on Facebook.
I think he's Brian Reichley. Yeah, hey, Brian.
Yeah, so he's here. We've got a whole bunch of folks here in the chat room now that are logging in for this. And I do also want to ask you, how many instruments do you play, Lori?
I play 5 instruments.
Okay.
I started on piano when I was like 6 to 8 years old. And then my dad taught me concertina when I was 8.
Oh, wow.
I took trumpet in junior high. So around age 10, 12. I took about 6 months of fiddle.
Oh, wow.
And then I picked up drums somewhere along the line there. So, those are my 5 instruments.
Awesome. Violin, concertina, trumpet. You do drums. You do a whole bunch of stuff. That's cool. Do you have a favorite instrument that you play? Like whenever, either Dad calls a song or the iPolka band calls a song, do you have a favorite instrument that you like to play during that?
I play certain instruments during certain songs, like depending on what's being featured.
Okay.
I love playing concertina with my dad because we do duets. We don't both play the same melody. Like he's playing harmony and I'm playing lead, or vice versa, and it's
nice.
just so beautiful. Yeah, it's not the same. So that's got to be my favorite.
How long has Dad's band been in existence? How many years?
Oh, so Dad started the band in 78. So, 47 years.
Wow. That is great.
Yeah, he is. My father's 86 years old.
I was just going to ask,
playing.
would you divulge that?
Yep.
Holy smokes, 86 and still playing polka music.
Still playing polka music. Yes, he started when he was 15. And he is being inducted to the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, congratulations to him.
Yes.
Maybe, just maybe you can pull some strings, hint, hint, wink, wink, and maybe we can get Mr. Marv Nissel on the phone here for an interview. Do you think he'd like that?
Oh, he would love it. Yes, he would love it. Yeah.
Now, when is the induction?
It is April 25th.
April. Okay, so maybe we can schedule him sometime in May or June at his leisure. But as everybody knows, as soon as you're inducted into any of the organizations, your phone rings off the hook. So he'll be playing all over the place. So we're just going to have to try to find a time to get together with him. But boy, that would be great. Hey, so the Marv Nissel Band, of course, we know how that band got its name. Tell us how iPolka got its name?
Sure. So I like naming. I'm very creative and I love that side of it. So you'll get maybe into this a little bit more, but the band before iPolka, so I played with Diversico. And you played a song from them too, but I named that as well. So I like being creative. So with iPolka, so my husband now is a rock and roller. Okay, he was not exposed to polka music. We're treading lightly here and trying to get him converted. But anyway, he would say, like, if I would clean the house or clean the kitchen or do something cool, he's like, "You rock," and I'd say, "No, I polka."
Oh, come on.
That's been my comeback. And so the Reikleys and our concertina player Brian Klaus, so that's the four of us, Brian's brother Kurt Reikley, so the four of us have the iPolka band, and we truly, all four of us have the band. Like we all book, we are a joint effort here, right? So we're like, what are we going to name ourselves? And I'm like, how about the iPolka band? And we tried. There's one gig we play that they still refer to us as Lori and the Sauerkrauts. But other than that,
sauerkraut's cute. Now hold on, because you guys also play German music. It's not just the regular polka music, right?
Well,
you guys favor yourselves.
It's polkas, but we go in the German attire. The guys wear lederhosen, and I wear a dirndl, and we do. The
guys wear lederhosen, and you wear pantyhosen, and
exactly.
And then everything kind of works out good. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just letting my my true colors out. Holy smokes! So how many bands have you actually played with during inception, and who was the first band you played with? Probably Dad's band, right?
Yep. So Mom and Dad were definitely the first and the longest. I started, I was 8 or 10. I made my first recording when I was 10 years old. My sister and I did a 45. So that was the first time I recorded when I was 10. Oh. And I think I've made about 20 albums altogether.
Nice.
And I've recorded, been with them and recorded. I've played with the other couple local bands, a few jobs here and there. Uh-huh. But then it was Diversico. So, Craig Ebel is my ex-husband. At the time we were married, and he was playing with bands and I was playing with Mom and Dad, and it's like, let's do our own band so we can see each other once in a while,
Nice.
And so we started Diversico in 2003, and of course they're still playing. A little thing called a divorce ended my part with Diversico, but that's okay.
I've never heard of that. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah, but actually, Craig's had me back to play a few times, so it's all good.
Nice. And you also, both of you have to be proud, because there is a little guy who is no longer little that was playing drums on videos when he was like, 3-4 years old. And now he is setting the world on fire on concertina, playing with a whole bunch of bands, Polka Family Band, the Polish Connection out of Wisconsin, and various bands that he has worked with. And we're speaking, of course, of your son, Christopher.
Yes, Christopher Ebel. So my dad actually showed Christopher too how to play concertina at the beginning, wow. and then I think it was during COVID where everybody was homeschooled during that time, and my concertina was always out at home, and all day he would just play.
Oh, nice.
He got so good. Like I'm in awe. I cannot believe.
Really, you think he's good? I don't know. The jury's still out on that, but. No.
Yeah, and what's so cool is I'm a note reader. I have to have notes. I read music.
Oh, I hate you already. Thank you.
See, isn't it? You always want the opposite, right? So, and Craig plays by ear, and so Christopher really got the best of both worlds, where he can read and he can play by ear, and that's just so cool. I admire that in somebody who can do both. So
nice. So Chris can actually read concertina music, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. Wow. Didn't know that. Because you're up there watching him play, and he's just, he's got his heart in it, just like you do, and I'm sure just like Mom and Dad as well. And of course, of course, with Craig as well. He's a guy that just loves to put his heart and soul in everything. We had a chance to interview him, as a matter of fact, this year, which was really, really nice. Okay, so other than the bands that you performed with and how the band got its name, or bands, I should say, got their name, what is your personal favorite genre of music that you like to listen to when you're not listening to polkas?
My vehicle is always turned into our Christian station.
Oh, okay.
So I listen to a lot of that. I love country music. I love old country music. The Johnny Cash and the Hee Haw type stuff, Buckle, and love
Roy
all
Clark.
of that. Yeah, and I really like everything. There's nothing that I don't like to listen to except maybe some of the rap. But I mean, otherwise, I just love big band, swing, anything. I get a little lost in jazz, but I love it all. I really do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you sing Polish or speak Polish, Lori?
No, I do not.
No? Okay.
No.
Not
So a little
even,
funny
Not
story.
even
I
a
gotta-
song written out phonetically or anything like that?
Oh gosh,
that you would
no,
do?
no, nothing. I mean, I think I maybe sang Polish lullaby once, but that was really easy. Craig would write it out phonetically for me, but no, I don't. None of that. So I grew up German. Like mom and dad's band is a German band, and I don't know. Somewhere around 12 or 14, we heard this really awesome Polish style Eddie Blazonczyk, right? Like, and it just hooked my sister and I. It just like reeled us in, and we absolutely loved it. So we were taking like Eddie B CDs or cassettes, whatever it was back then, into the band director from the town that I'm from, and he would write it out, and my dad would learn all of this stuff. Like he's old German style, and he was learning all this Polish stuff because his girls wanted to play it. I feel,
yikes.
looking back at it now, I feel so bad making him do all this, but he just loved us and wanted to do it, and then as we got older, we learned to appreciate the German style as well, and then went back more to our roots. So, but again, I love it all. Last weekend, my son and I went out to the Illinois Polka Fest and heard all the great Slovenian bands. Oh my goodness, I'm just in awe of the musical abilities of those musicians, and really,
Yes.
I appreciate it all.
Yes, we, Jerry and I too love all types of music, and especially when it comes to the German style and the Slovenian style and such. And I'm sure you know Mr. Gary Bruggen, right?
So actually, Gary is a cousin to my brother-in-law.
Oh,
So we're all one big happy polka family here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's 6 bands in my immediate family,
oh wow.
polka bands.
Okay.
So again, this is like Minnesota more or Midwestern. So my mom has 2 brothers who also have bands, Larry Olson and Leon Olson. They're my uncles. They both have polka bands.
All right.
And then of course my mom and dad, and then I'm in iPolka. Christopher's in Diversico, and then my sister Jody married Brian Bregan, and he has the Mississippi Valley Dutchman out of Cashton, Wisconsin. Yep, and so Gary and Brian's dads were brothers. Yeah, so
Oh wow, that's huge. That really, really is.
yeah,
It is. It's a very small, tight-knit family. People don't realize sometimes the musicianship of how everything started. Now, your sister's first name is?
Jody.
And she, what instruments does Jody play, just out of curiosity?
Yep, so Jody plays drums, keyboard, and she used to do like fiddle and saxophone, alto and soprano. I think she's gotten away from that a little bit, but she does still play keyboard and drums with Brian's band.
Nice. Well, that is great. Now, you've recorded in a bunch of recordings. You said probably close to 20 or maybe even more. What studios have you recorded in? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So most of the recordings I've done have been with JBM Sound out of New Prague, Minnesota. It's Jerry Minar.
Okay.
Most of them were with Jerry. So for your listeners, if you know what the Hengel concertina is, which is like the Stradivarius of all, like it's the top Henkel is one of the best concertinas. So Christy Henkel made the Henkel's concertina. When Christy passed away, or towards the end of his life, Jerry Minar learned how to make them, and he is now making the Henkel concertina.
Oh, geez.
So he also had an analog studio. So most of our stuff was all done with Jerry. I've also recorded with Joey Johnson out of St. Paul, Norton Llewellyn. He had a studio in St. Paul. Dale Zook, the Zook brothers, they have a recording studio. And then most recently, I was at Minnehaha Recording Studios with Tony Williamette. And he had never recorded polkas before until iPolka Band. And
right?
Oh my goodness, he did awesome. Like, we are so impressed with what he did.
We love the recording. And is it just 4-piece? You guys are just 4-piece?
We are only 4-piece with iPolka, yes.
Wow, only. But it sounds so great. Everybody plays well and feeds off of each other. So that really kind of works nice. Now, how long has the iPolka Band been together with the same players?
Since 21.
So
4 years.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've always played with mom and dad. I quit Diversico in 2016.
Okay.
And then COVID came and all that kind of stuff, and we were playing. Mom and dad and I would play at church. And I'd put it up on, Facebook, and Brian Reichley, he was contacted to do an Oktoberfest for their local brewery. And he's like, well, I should put a band together for this. And he called me up and he's like, would you be interested in playing a couple days for this brewery? And I'm like, sure, why not? And we had one practice, and it went so well. And we're like, hey, let's form a band. Let's play. Wow. And it took off from there, and we just have fun. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Like, we just have a good time, and if someone makes a mistake, we laugh. I mean,
that's the way it should be.
Yes. Yep. So we just have fun, and they're all a riot. Like, I love those guys. I'm so blessed to have found another outlet for my music, and yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great. Now, I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Think of a favorite band of yours that you never performed in, but you always wanted to play with, past or present. Now, open your eyes.
Well, this is more recent, but my husband and I went to a Christmas concert by the Twin Cities Trumpet Ensemble, and I was hooked. That is my goal someday, to go play with this group. It's all trumpets. There's like 25, but different kinds. There's an E-flat trumpet and a bass trumpet and a piccolo trumpet and all these. It was out of this world. Like, I am the type of person where I believe if I'm not growing, I'm dying. I want to continue to grow and learn and do new things. And so to me, that is a long-term goal. I would love to do something like that, completely different than polkas.
Oh, nice. That is really, really nice. Holy smokes. Do you have a memorable gig, a most memorable gig that you played? And it could have been maybe the band was firing on all cylinders, or possibly maybe it was the largest crowd, everybody was getting into it. What was your most memorable gig that you've played throughout your life?
Well, I have a couple.
Go ahead.
So first of all, I have to tell you a story. So going back to when my mom and dad were playing, so before my dad formed the Marv Nissel Band, my parents both played with the Cliff Hermel Polka Party Band. And Cliff Hermel's a IPA Hall of Famer, very well known in the Midwest for sure, but around the country. He was the proprietor of the Gibbon Ballroom and Gibbon Polka Days. So Gibbon Polka Days in the 1970s, Gibbon was the town the size of like 700 people.
Okay.
And the festival would draw 30,000 people from across the United States. And it went for 30 years. So I lived on a farm about 10 miles away, and Cliff was in our band for a majority of this time. And he would call my parents up and say, you got to get over here. There's campers from, 20 different states. We need music. We need to entertain these people. And this was 3 days before the festival even started. So,
jeez.
So Gibbon Polka Days was a really huge thing, especially in the Midwest here. And so Cliff had made a bet with my parents before I was even born. He said, if your son or daughter, didn't know at the time, he's like, if the first instrument that this person plays is a concertina, I will pay him or her $100. And this was back in the 70s. Ooh. And then, but the bet was, if she plays or he any other instrument, you have to pay me $300. He was a good businessman, right? So my dad took the bet. And then I learned about this when I was about 8. And I'm like, Dad, you got to teach me concertina. I want that $100, right? So Dad taught me. So I spent a couple years learning how to play concertina. And then when I was 10, so you're going to know how old I am. So in 1986, I was 10.
Okay.
And one of the days of this festival for Gibbon Polka Days was the Concertina Jamboree. So from noon until midnight, concertina players from around the country would go up, play 3 songs, get a free drink ticket, and all day. There were concertina players from noon until midnight all day playing 3 songs.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, so I got up, and that was the first time I ever played in public. Cliff put a $100 bill on the snare, and he drummed with me, and I played my 3 songs. And when I was done, I can picture this in my mind. I remember hugging him, and that $100 bill is still in a frame on my dresser to this day.
God bless you for that. That is so cool and such an awesome story.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my gosh.
That is definitely one of my fondest memories. Another one comes to mind where we played the world's largest county fair in Iowa. We've done it several times, but the first year we were there was in 2004. I was pregnant with Christopher.
Okay.
And it was when Hurricane Katrina had hit Louisiana really hard. And so all this rain was coming up into Iowa. And of course, we're out in a tent. And the first day there, it poured, and we packed up in water up to our knees. And all the instruments were wet, and we were in this dive, Super 8 motel room, and we had the heat on high trying to dry all the instruments out. And we can laugh about it now, but oh my goodness, that was another memorable experience.
Yikes. Oh, that's funny. I mean, it wasn't funny at the time, packing up in all that rain, but...
Yeah, but we have played, especially with when I was in high school, I was playing 4 nights a week.
Oh, geez.
We did 170 jobs a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've played a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lots of bus trips, lots of, you play in Wisconsin till midnight and you need to be in South Dakota the next day at 2 in the afternoon. Whatever it was. Yeah. And my dad did all the driving.
Geez. Now, I take it you guys had a van. Did you pull a trailer too?
We did. We traveled in a motorhome for a while too.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And then we pulled the trailer with the motorhome. But like I said, we were still in school, so we would be doing homework on the way to the gig or on the way back. And yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now, besides mom and dad, they have to be excluded from this next question. Who did you idolize growing up? And it could have been in the polka music world or another genre whatsoever, but who did you idolize?
I thought I had rehearsed all your questions, and now I'm drawing blanks on all of these, Robin. No. When we were growing up, there was one year we played almost every weekend with the Shimoleskis, the Shimoleski Fun Time Band.
Yeah.
And Jeff Shimoleski was just the most incredible musician, from fiddle to sax, and he was just so much fun. And the whole family, we really grew close to the family, and I would say that was one band that I just really always idolized. It was a family band, and they were good. Jeff was just top notch.
Now, I think, let's see, is there still some Shimoleskis left out there that are playing? I remember I thought they had a TV show.
Yes, they did have a TV show. So the daughter Patty is still
Patty, that's
playing.
right. Okay.
Yep, and then Florian Jr. is
Okay.
still playing, and then Patty's son Nick Shimoleski, he plays with a lot of the local bands too today. Different bands.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still quite a few. Junior Shimoleski and his wife Cheryl did daycare for Christopher and Lauren. Like,
Aw,
so again, one big happy polka family.
yeah. Now, how many musicians have you shared the stage with at one time? You said that you
Oh, well, that would be really hard to say. You know, at this Gibbon Polka Days that would go on. So Cliff Hermel was a drum and bugle corps guy, and every day at 4:00 there was a parade of musicians. And this Gibbon ballroom was not just a ballroom; it was a 4-ballroom complex with a tent outside.
oh,
So we would go into each ballroom and play 2 songs, the Schneider and Sauerkraut Polka Medley. And we'd do that in all 4 ballrooms and then again in the tent. And then when we'd get done, we'd play How Dry I Am and everybody would get a drink.
okay.
But you could have 100 musicians in that parade. Easy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that is awesome. Did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams, Lori, that, polka music would have taken you to where you are today?
No.
I mean, when you were a little kid, everybody fantasizes about being up on a stage with a microphone in front of them or people in front of them. But, to actually have everything fall into place, that's huge.
Yeah. Well, and I've never thought about it like that. Like, to me, polka music is breathing. Like, it is just so much of my soul. So twice a month I go to the local memory care unit and play concertina for them. And it brings me so much joy because they're happy.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't matter if I play for, 10 people at the memory care unit or if I play for thousands of people somewhere. I love to play. I love to play.
It's fulfilling to you. That is amazing. What a great, great story. Do you have a favorite song that you like to play or sing?
No, there's so many favorites out there. The one on my dad's recording, My Little Girl Waltz, we're doing a duet on the concertinas, and that I really like.
Okay.
And then my daughter, so Christopher gets all the attention, right? Well, I also have a daughter.
Oh, you do? And what is her name?
Her name is Lauren,
Okay.
and she's 15. She plays the piano very well. She's a dancer. So she's singing on Mom and Dad's recording. We did This Little Light, and my mom sang, and I sang, and she sang. So we did a 3-generation thing on that too. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like to ask this question, and are you able to divulge what you do for a living without telling us the actual company or business name?
Sure. Yeah. I'm a paralegal. So I have worked for attorneys for about 28 years. I've been doing this.
Oh, wow. Good. Nice.
Yep.
So that's your daytime gig.
That's my daytime gig. You take these aptitude tests when you're in high school, and mine came out with the strongest in music and law. And look at what I'm doing. Like,
Wow.
It's perfect. And I truly love what I do. I love being a paralegal. We do personal injury law, a lot of estate planning, probates, real estate. I really like what I do. Yes.
Good for you. And do you just focus on Minnesota, or do you branch out to other states?
We're
as
just
well?
licensed in Minnesota.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Now, I like to ask this question, and I have to give credit where credit is due. You know Mr. Bernie Kozlowski.
So do you know that Brian and Kurt Reichley are ex-brother-in-laws to Bernie?
No, I didn't know that.
So again, we're all one big happy family.
Yeah. Well, Bernie, I have to
yes.
give him credit for this question, because he had approached me last year at USPA, and he said, you know what would be a really cool question to ask people, because he listens a lot to a lot of the archived interviews, which of course are available on Facebook and also on YouTube. But how about your most embarrassing moment on stage?
You know, I've been trying to think about this, and there was a polka fest that we played in South Dakota. And Christopher was little. He must have been 2. And of course, you know, Craig's playing with somebody and I don't know where. And I'm playing with mom and dad in South Dakota. So I had to bring my kids. I shouldn't say I have to. I got to bring my kids with me to all, like, I've played trumpet and held both of them. You know, it's insane what you do. But Christopher had the flu. And on break, I would be holding him and he threw up on me. And then I had to go play.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but again, looking back at it now, I can laugh, right? But then it wasn't so funny. But that was pretty embarrassing.
Oh, that's funny though. That really is. Yeah, embarrassing, I guess. But what is your latest recording? Is it with the Polka band?
Latest would be with mom and dad, Marv Nissel band. We came out with Homecoming, which is volume 28 for the band.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was released in August.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And let's see here. I also want to ask you, we got a chance to chat briefly, but before I go down that road, cruises. Have you ever played any cruises?
I was on one cruise with Diversico.
Okay. And where did you guys go? What ports? Do you remember?
Oh, that's a good question. Bahamas.
Okay.
And I don't really remember the other 2, but yeah, it was a really great experience. It was really fun. But I don't know, right up there too would be like, I've played the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas.
Oh, you have?
I've played the Corn Palace in South Dakota. Like, there's so many cool places. My husband and I have this ongoing joke now. We ride motorcycle, and so we rode out to Sturgis, and we go by the Corn Palace. I'm like, I played there. And then we go to Deadwood, South Dakota, and there's this little like bar. I go, I played there. He goes, you have not. I go, yes, I have. Like, all these places we go by, I've probably played, I don't know, 3,500, 4,000 gigs in my life. Like, you know, wow. So it's been a lot of places. Mesa, Arizona was really fun to play out there. Texas, I mean, all over the place. Yeah. It's so cool looking back. And so I have one other thing. Can I keep talking? I love to talk.
Absolutely. We are fine.
Okay, good. So I don't know if any of your listeners are going to know this, but for me, this has just been so cool. So I was contacted by a musician about 5 years ago. His name is Greg Eklund, and he was the drummer with a rock and roll band called Everclear. Everclear was popular in the 90s. They have sold 6 million records. They've had gold and platinum certified albums. Like, it's a big deal, right? And I didn't know who it was because it's rock and roll. It's not polkas, right? Like, I had no idea. And so anyway, he was from Portland, Oregon, moved to the Twin Cities and bought a bass drum. And the bass drum said Cliff Hermel and the Black Knights. And so, like I said earlier, Cliff was a drum and bugle corps major, and he had started a junior corps called the Black Knights. So he started doing some research and researched that Marv Nissel and Cliff Hermel were like synonymous. They did a lot of things together, reached out to me on Facebook, and we connected. And he is working on a documentary about Cliff Hermel and all these drums. So one of the ballrooms at the Gibbon Polka Days, one of the ballrooms was called the Boom Room, and there were tons of bass drums on the wall, and it was a very echoey, like, and you would march down in there with these big marching drums and bass drums and snares and like field snares, you know, and so that's how the Boom Room got its name. But anyway, so him and I have been working on this documentary for about the last 5 years or so. I just had a meeting earlier today with an independent media consultant, and we're going to start putting it together now and hopefully release it soon. But it has been like Christmas for me every day, reliving my past, going over to Gibbon Polka Days. And this man who was our drummer was like a grandfather to me all these years. And he died back in 99. So, I mean, it's been a while, but just to relive all of that, I never realized how blessed I was at the time. You know, like I was a teenager playing polka music every weekend with my parents. You know, I didn't realize how much of a blessing that was until now that I'm getting older. And
Amazing.
I'm so excited to do this and relive this. And just so fortunate that I still have both of my parents with me today. And I can still be on stage with both of them after 40 years.
Yeah,
you know?
God bless you for that. That is amazing in itself.
Yeah, so hopefully it's going to be called From the Drums of Cliff Hermel, and hopefully it'll be out in, I don't know, a couple years. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're not moving very quickly, but it's certainly just been so exciting for me. So, but, you know, funny. So we needed a drummer. Marv Nissel Band needed a drummer. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should call Greg. This Greg Eklund. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, will you come over and practice the waltzes with me? Because I'm used to 1-2, 1-2 in rock and roll, right? And I'm like, yeah. So we practiced the waltzes, and he had to get that 3, 1, 2, 3 in there, right? And so we were playing a church fest for maybe 50 people in St. Paul, right? It was not a big deal at all. And he was so nervous. And I'm like, Greg, you've played at Madison Square Gardens for like 10,000 people. This is a church fest, you know, but he humble, right? Like that's really the key to all. You have to remain humble and remain teachable. And I just love working with him. And it was so cool to say now I've played with this guy who's such a big deal, and he thinks I'm a big deal. And really in the end of the day, none of us are, you know.
But how exciting it is to be able to say you did that.
I know.
I mean, talk about things that you've wanted to accomplish over the years, and then boom, you know, this thing happens. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you never know where the polka road will lead you, right? You just never know.
That is very true. I've got 2 more questions for you, and you've probably heard these. First of all, do you have a favorite breakdown story, or at least one that you can share with us?
All those years we have not broken down. In all the miles, like I know my dad's probably put on 2 million miles, and we did not have a breakdown. I don't know if this relates or not, but I do remember we were playing a ballroom on a lake in northern Minnesota, and there was a tornado spotted on the lake. Ooh. And so we had to evacuate, and the ballroom didn't have a basement. And I remember, like, I drove there because Mom and Dad, we met there, and I'm like, let's go. We left all the music, all the concertinas, the Hengel concertinas, like we left everything and ran for shelter. And thankfully it just skipped over and everything was fine. But my poor dad was just a wreck leaving out. It's all handwritten music like that. He's handwritten everything. For concertina, first and second trumpet. And so I did all the first and second trumpet parts for Diversico, and I also did all the lead parts for Polka. So he taught me how to write as well. But just leaving all of that, like, so that's not really a breakdown, but I don't know, call it whatever it is. But that's all I remember that fondly, leaving everything just so we could be safe, and thankfully nothing happened. And we ended up going back, and all the people came back, and we finished the job. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, with your accomplishments and how far you have made it with polka music, my final question to you, Lori, and again, Jerry and I have to thank you so much. It's your birthday. We thank you so much for spending time with us, killing half an hour, more than a half an hour. But our final
I thank both of you too. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Now, your last question that I have for you is, what would Lori Nissel say to someone who wants to get started in music? What advice would you give that person? Now, they could either want to be a vocalist, maybe even a manager, or an actual musician on stage. What would you say to that individual?
Well, I think we've touched upon a couple things, like to remain teachable, to love what you do, play from your heart. But one thing I haven't mentioned, and this I've learned actually just in the last couple of years, is don't listen to others' opinions. Ask for their experience. So everybody has an opinion about everything. I don't care about opinions anymore. Do you have an experience with this? And tell me what your experience is.
Oh, that's very unique. I don't think we've ever had anybody
Nope, that's the first time I heard that one.
answer a question like that. Jeez.
Well, good.
Oh,
I'm glad to bring
smokes.
something new.
You know, again, Lori, we want to thank you ever so much for taking the time to spend with us today. We love
You're
you,
so welcome.
and I
Thank you.
hope
I love you guys too.
I hope that we get a chance to see you, because you haven't met Jerry yet in person.
We might have met at USPA.
Oh, okay.
But but that was a couple years ago. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
would, yes.
All
I
right.
would love to meet you again, Jerry.
I would love to meet you again.
I had thought maybe you didn't, but okay. Well,
It's hard
hopefully,
to tell because you meet so many people all at once.
You do, yes.
And it's
yes.
hard to remember who you have met or who you haven't met. So,
For sure.
But
Yes, I appreciate you both, what you do, and thank you so much for having me on and just letting some of the listeners know about the polka music in Minnesota and in southern Minnesota and what is so special to me. So I love to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And
I am so looking forward to the documentary. I think it's going to be
good.
so exciting to be a part of that, to see it, to be on a different level, because we all do things that are different. And I love watching those kind of things, especially historically. It
Cool.
really
I will
means a lot.
definitely let you know when it's released.
yeah, please,
Wonderful. We look
please,
forward
most
to that.
definitely. Hopefully, we're still doing this a couple of years down the road. You and I had a chance to chat, and we had talked about, how many viewers that we had. And I said, well, we were extremely blessed because we started doing this in 2020 when COVID came about, and we had like a very large captive audience because nobody could go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now
it's opened up again. And,
but we still have a lot of great fans that tune us in on the weekends, and even when they don't or they can't, they always tune it in on Facebook or YouTube in the archives to see, or listen to some of the
I do that
interviews
to you
and
guys
so
a
on.
lot. Yep, I don't get on Sundays, but during the week I listen, and it's nice to have that option.
Well, that's beautiful. Well, again, thank you so much. Love you, kiddo. Hey, how much
Love you
snow?
too.
How much snow have you gotten?
We got 3 inches yesterday or Friday night, and then last week we had 6. So we've got about 9 inches on the ground.
All right. Now, do you guys go out and shovel and snow blow right away, or is it?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah, snowball right away, but it's like -10 out today, and it is not nice. Yeah,
That's the hard part for sure. Hey, I've got a tune coming up right now called Eddie's Waltz that is on this recording. Can you tell us a little bit briefly about it?
Eddie's Waltz is a Dutchman standard waltz that everybody plays, and it's just a good one we get a lot of requests for.
Beautiful. Well, thanks again, and have yourself a great week, Lori.
Thank you guys. You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That, of course, is Lori Nissel, and here is a recording that she's on with the Marv Nissel Band. And again, here's one called Eddie's Waltz. Hey, nice tunes here, Polkas After Dark. We want to thank Lori for taking the time, especially on her birthday, to come on to Polkas After Dark and get a chance to talk and share her story. And it was nice because Linda Chipchak Merwin said, love the interview, would love to meet her someday. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to see her. Maybe, just maybe, they'll be coming out to USPA this year in May. Hey, Jerry, you mentioned that before the interview, somebody wanted to hear a song, and who was that?
It is a Wide World of Trains, and he wanted to hear the Chanino polka.
Hey, here's one by The Beat. Here's one for you, especially Mark. Thanks so much for tuning us in over here on Polkas After Dark on our YouTube channel.
Poszli do Juszki na poprawinę, ugotowała garnek cianinę, krajanie kluski, poj poprawinę, u nasze Juszki, garnek cianinę, krajanie kluski, poj poprawinę, u nasze Juszki, na poprawinach mieliśmy kości, jak się najedli, zostały kości i próżnie karki, dobrą cianinią miały suchaki, zostały kości i próżnie karki, dobrą cianinią miały suchaki. Oj, po cianinie wszystko powoli, tak się objadłem, że brzuch mnie boli. Oj, brzuch mnie boli, a w brzuchu kiszki, bo ja cianinie zjadłem 2 miski. Oj, brzuch mnie boli, a w brzuchu kiszki, bo ja cianinie zjadłem 2 miski.
Hey, the Wide World of Trains. That's hard to say. Hold on. Wide World of Trains.
There you go.
know, I hope I get a chance to meet him, Jerry. Maybe, just maybe, he will swing by. Maybe he'll be at that dance that Lenny
Never
Gomulka
know.
is at March the 1st. Do you have any information on that dance? Do you have the flyer?
I don't, because it was just the reschedule from
December. Yeah.
So I don't know much about it.
Well, Lenny Gomulka is going to be playing down in
that much
Dunkirk.
I know, and I know we're going.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything else. I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, well, we'll get a hold of Chris Tansky because I think she has some information. Or I'll chat with Steve Gramala, our buddy down in Dunkirk, my brother from a second mother. He's my older brother, but only by a couple of years, not that far.
Nobody wants to hear he's older than you.
Why? He doesn't want to hear that he's older than me.
That was my point, but I
Holy-
just thought I'd say it generically.
Holy carp. Jeez, oh whiz. Yeah, Steve's a buddy. He's been a buddy of ours for a long time. He handles all of our vehicle repairs. We trust nobody but him. He takes care of us. That is for certain.
Andy Haverlick said it's sold out, but I think he was talking to the one closer to him. Isn't there a dance on that Sunday?
Yeah,
I
in
think it is
Bayway,
over
New
too,
Jersey.
but I don't know where I put put it on mine.
Bayway, New Jersey. I think there is one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Well, I
that's
think
the
that's
Sunday.
the one that Andy is saying.
That's
is
the
sold
Sunday.
out.
But you know what? No, because I think the Saturday gig
Well, Saturday was sold out
also-
before it was
yeah.
sold out.
was also
So,
sold out. So
So I don't know.
okay. Well, why don't you get a chance to mention the Pukoyashu? You know, we just played the beat.
Yes,
so
we
why
did.
don't you get a chance to mention the Pukoyashu
Absolutely. Yes.
Shamrock and
the
Bash?
Shamrock and Bash by Pukoyashu is Saturday, March 15th, 2025 at New Jersey's newest polka hotspot, which is the Belvedere Manor, located at 689 Water Street, Belvedere, New Jersey 07823. Doors open at 4 p.m., music and dancing from 5 until 11, featuring Michael Costa and the Beat and Stu, which is the rockin' part of the Shamrock, and I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Admission is only $25, and you can give Michael Pukowski a call at 908-209-9843. Again, Mike's number is 908-209-9843. Or go to michael.pukowski@gmail.com. Shoot him an email. Let him know you're interested or that you need reservations. All tickets to be reserved need to be done by March 11th, 2025. And there is food and beverage available for purchase.
Okay, and you know, we're getting back to the Lenny gig.
Chris Tansky got back to us.
Yeah, so what
and
did
said
she
that
say
the
there?
doors open at 1, dances from 2 to 6, and
That's
that
perfect.
is for the one in Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
That gives them more than enough time to go to the other location, and that's at Blessed Mary Angela Holy Name Society.
Blessed Mary Angela Holy Name Society.
And she has a table for us both.
Yes, she has a couple of tables
Yes.
actually reserved because, she's a big Lenny fan. We're all big Lenny fans. I know that Mr. Grimala is going to be down there
And I know
as
I sent
well.
you that other one. Do you have that
I
other one?
don't have that one
Okay, you
just
don't
yet.
have it,
No.
so
No, unfortunately.
that means I have it still.
Yeah, but let's see here. I am looking for a nice Lenny Gomolka song that we can play. And any song is good that we can play. But
I was just going to say that.
how about we do this? How about we play this one right here? This one, of course, off of the To the Moon and Back recording. Here's one called Zagrajcie.
Zagrajcie, sirati padens, zagrajcie, watch them make romance. Patrzcie jak tańcują i jak się miłują, hej frania, tra la la la. Patrzcie jak tańcują i jak się miłują, hej frania, tra la la la.
Jerry, I just bring up that.
You are very good at that.
Yeah, that photo of the
so
JPEG. So why don't you
I
mention
guess the
that?
day after he's playing in Dunkirk, he is also playing at the Polish Cultural Foundation at 177 Broadway in Clark, New Jersey. And that dance is also from 2 to 6 p.m. Doors open at 1.
Okay.
It's $15 to get in.
That's
and
cheap.
there will be some really great Polish kitchen dishes.
Oh.
There's a cash bar, no BYOB, no BYOF. Kids under 15 are free. And for more information, you can call Mike Nimiak at 201 694 2330.
Michael Niemyats.
Yeah. Then it's also saying June 1st, they're going to have Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra over there. So, and that is all supported by the Bayway Polish Club and the Polish Cultural Foundation.
I remember the Bayway Polish home in Elizabeth, New Jersey, which I think is no longer there.
I don't think it's there anymore.
I think
either.
they tore that down. It was just in a difficult area to begin with, and nothing was done with the actual building itself. You know who would probably know a good bit about that is there's a guy on right now, Mr. Mike Charney. So he may know a little bit about that. He might chime in.
It does say for more information you can visit baywaypolishclub.club. I think they meant .com. But
.com, yes. Oh, is there an error on that, on the flyer?
I don't know. It could be polishbaywayclub.club. I don't know. But
I don't know that one, unfortunately. Jeez. Hey, polka music is what you're tuned to right here, and we have a tune coming up with Jimmy Weber and the Sounds. Oh, that is not the best quality.
No, it's not.
Let me see if I can find something else. But listen to this while I bring something else up. There we go. Let's bring up a little bit better quality. I just have to mark that one do not play, I guess. Hey, Chris Tansky also mentioned, she says, I hope the weather is better by March the 1st. Yeah, you, us, and so does Steve Gramala.
Find number one in your heart. If you're sure that we'll never part. If you're ready now to make my dreams come true, then I'll give my heart to you. If you're ready now to make my dreams come true, then I'll give my heart to you. If you'll hold me close and kiss me, promise me you'll always miss me, and you'll never, ever, ever be untrue. If you'll swear you'll always love me and you'll place no one above me, well then I'll give my heart to you. Settle down. If you
And
there you have one called I'll Give My Heart to You.
And I'm just wondering if Joe Dippiatic was doing the same thing that I was doing, was fingering the valve charts that he used to play with Maui. And that, of course, Ralph Sabatini on drums. Here's another Sounds tune for all you Sounds fans. Here's one called Uptown Saturday Night. Send this one out to Evan Bozzarelli. Also, of course, to Vinny, who tunes in.
Every day you go to work to bring the money home. The day is long and the work is hard, but you do it on your own. Complaints are seldom heard because you live your life your way. When the weekend comes and you want to have fun, you know there's just one way.
Everybody now, Uptown Saturday night. Uptown Saturday night. Everyone's going polka dancing. Uptown Saturday night.
You get the family all together, mom and the kids come too. They've all learned the right to have a good time and you know just what to do. You know a place where the music is happy and the people wear a smile. And it doesn't take much for you to forget your trouble for a while.
Everybody now, Uptown Saturday night. Uptown Saturday night. Everyone's going polka dancing. Uptown Saturday night. Jasiu, bo ja go szukam. Mamusiu mój, jak Jasiu, bo ja go kocham.
Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek da ci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek da ci.
Szukam Jasiej, na cały dzień, całą noc, bo ja go kocham. Szukam Jasiej, na cały dzień, całą noc, bo nie znalazłam.
Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek dam ci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek dam ci.
Jasiu już wracał, wesoły i ucieszony. Jasiu już wraca, wesoły, szuka dziewczyny.
Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek dam ci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, on ci się wróci. Nie płacz dziewczyno, pierścionek dam ci.
Powoli ci je, a dziewczyno, tunes, one called Uptown Saturday Night, another one called Don't Cry, Obedic.
Yeah, what a great sound they had back then. Oh, the sounds. You're watching Polkas After Dark right here on Facebook and also YouTube. And Jan Dipiatic was mentioning, yeah, you know how you count sheep to fall asleep?
I responded to her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says Joe does the fingerings stuck in his head. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do horn or drums or accordion or any other instrument you're thinking of at that point. But you always go like horn, accordion, horn, drums, horn. I don't know how I ever get to sleep.
You know what? I would love, I got to throw this out. I would love to have Joe join us for an interview. I know he doesn't like to talk about himself, but I'll talk about him. It'd be great. I mean, what a fantastic career that he has had over the years. Let's go ahead and bring up a tune by the news, and then I have something that I want to let you guys know about an interview happening next week. Well, actually, I'll tell you about it right now. We got a hold of Mr. Hank Marjahowski.
Nice.
And Hank is going to come on now. Hank played with Marion Lush and the White Eagles. He played with The News. He played with Sunshine, with Scrubby and Sunshine. Played with the Dynatones. So that's going to be a very, very nice interview as well. And I got to thank him for jumping on board with that this coming Sunday. Definitely am going to enjoy that. He sent me his phone number, so I'll get a chance to talk to him tomorrow. Did I mention to you that I'm off tomorrow?
Shut up.
For President's Day?
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I have that off. And guess what? We don't have to buy a mattress tomorrow. Because we already got a new mattress, thanks to Mike Novak. Anybody, a shameless plug there for Mike Novak with his mattresses. But
we are going to welcome all the people that are back from the cruise.
Hey, all right.
Thanks for popping in and saying hello. We hope you had a great time. It looks like you did.
They did. Carolyn Renee is here.
Yeah,
Danny Roy. Got a whole bunch of people that are tuning in. So again, thank you very, very much for your dedication to catching Polkas After Dark. We have a song by The News. The News did just super great along with PCM, that Bruise Cruise.
I appreciate all the videos that were shared.
Yeah. You know, Renda Gibbons, Dale and Renda had put a lot of videos up there. Also, Ms. Vicky Zabrowski, she did. Richie Zabrowski, of course, played accordion with the guys with the PCM in Florida just before Eric got a chance to get there. Played accordion as well with The News. And here's one featuring Mr. Andy Boychuk on the vocal. Here's one called Looking for a Boyfriend. And we also want to make sure that we make mention, happy birthday to Chris Salasco.
Yes.
Jerry and I got a chance to call her, surprise her today, and sing happy birthday to her. What a great gal. Known Chris for 150 years. She's got to be, what, 60? I was going to say maybe 60. So that's pushing it. 60. And, of course, John Sr., what a great, great guy. But we got a chance to sing happy birthday to Chris and hear her voice. And, boy, it was just so nice to chat with her briefly. Okay, again, here is a tune featuring Andy, her son-in-law, cheap plug again, and her son, John Jr., who's actually knee-high to a grasshopper. Here's one called Looking for a Boyfriend. Hey, Erica Belonda is here. Hello to you, sweetheart. Also to Dennis Masovich.
Zakupkaj kółeczka, zakupkaj jeszcze raz. Powiedz, może usłyszy, pokocha mnie zaraz. I może się lituje, na pewno dole ma. Serce mnie pocałuje, weźmie za słoneczką.
Yes,
Well, there's a
sirree.
brand new song for the band. You can look for that one on our upcoming CD. Jane Clea, thank you so much. That one's called Looking for a Boyfriend.
Yeah, and that was off of that live recording archives that those guys did. Jerry, say hello to some of the folks over in the chat room. Is our buddy Xander still with us?
I don't know. He didn't say goodbye, so I'm
Okay.
assuming he's still here, and Wide World of Trains is still hanging out with us.
Okay.
We had Renee.
Carolyn Renee?
No, it's Renee Jakorik and Carolyn Smith.
Ah, okay.
She's Carolyn Smith over here, not Carolyn Renee.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
gotcha. She's
Yeah.
Carolyn Renee over in the Facebook realms. Hey, since we have that up there too, Jerry, why don't you make sure that you let everybody know once again about the ultimate 2025 convention raffle for the United States Polka Association. Go ahead, tell
your
them all about it.
tickets now
They can
by
get them at
visiting
www.
USPAPolka.com.
Yeah, right there.
The prize includes 3-night stay at the Holiday Inn from Friday, May 23rd to Sunday the 25th.
Now that is courtesy of the United States Polka Association, but speaking to Kim Augustine, who runs that, she's actually going to give everybody that they can stay until July 1st, I think. So she's going to throw in those extra
yeah,
days.
Sure.
Yeah. Peter will say, "Hey, Kim, do you know what Robin and Jerry are talking about?"
Yeah, exactly.
She's going to say,
Exactly.
"No, don't watch the show anymore." Go ahead.
And you can buy your raffle tickets by going to their website and clicking on the little buy raffle ticket now.
Okay.
The winner will be drawn at the USPA Welcome to Spring Dance on March 15th, 2025, which includes the music of Blue Magic.
Blue Magic.
And that dance will be held at the Lake Erie VFW Post 1974 at 4305 Woodrow Avenue in Parma, Ohio.
Woodrow.
You can give Cindy Fisher a call at 216-299-0934 or Helen Ray Bajuic a call at 216-256-8374 or go to uspapolka.com to get more information on any of those events, including the convention.
Yes, and if you're local here in the Western New York area, you can get a hold of Mr. Pete Wojcik on Facebook and tell him you want to get a ticket or 2 or 3. Jerry and I grabbed a whole bunch of these, and we'll probably grab some more before everything is all said and done. But what's the lineup for the USPA? Oh, and I got to make mention of this again. The USPA is going to be held once again at the previous location that it always was, that everybody enjoys, at 6001 Rockside Road, Independence, Ohio, 44131. And to get a hold of them is 216-524-8050. You can call them right now. You can call them after the broadcast. But if you don't have your room reservation, get a hold of it. Get a hold of the hotel. Make sure that you tell them it is for the USPA Memorial Day weekend, because they do have a special rate. And also, make sure when you do get your room, keep in mind, if you're not able to keep the reservation, you can always pass it on to someone else. But you can't get one at the last minute and stay at the hotel, the Holiday Inn.
Exactly.
And Jerry, who's there
Music
this year?
lineup includes Jack Beachley Jam Band on Thursday evening. Friday will be entertained by Polka Family, New Tones, and Eddie Foreman Orchestra. Saturday afternoon is Bad Enough. Saturday evening is Polka Mojo, the DVSDA, Dinah versus Stick-Toners,
Stick-Toners, Stick-Toners, Dinah versus Stick-Toners. That's the name of the band.
Hey! And New Generation on Sunday, John Gouda and Goudale, Mon Valley Push, Dinah Brass, and Polk Country musicians will be rocking you all night long on Sunday night.
Hey, Stetter's going to be out there again, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that'll
he's
be
doing
nice.
Sunday. That's going to be awesome.
That will be nice, and we got to get a hold
And
of...
there's like the banquet you can go to and all kinds of fantastic things that are going on during that festival.
We need to get a hold of our banquet tickets kind of soon before that sells out, because that's nasty. You try to get your tickets, and then all of a sudden they say, oh, you can't, we're all sold out. So again, get the tickets now early, and then if you can't make it, you can always get the tickets to somebody else. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring up, you know what I wanted to do?
What did you
I
want
wanted
to do?
to get this song for Kristansky, because she is a big fan of the band The News, and especially Tommy Wonderlick. So we got to make sure that we play this one for her. One of her favorite tunes. Here's one called the Sax Serenette. Hey, Mr. Bogusława is with us. Hello to you, sir. Also, once again, Dennis Masovich, Jan Dipiatic, Frank Stetter from the Mon Valley Push. Hey, that one is for Chris Tansky. That's one of her favorite tunes. And you know who else plays that very, very well, of course, is Gary Crew with the Buffalo Concertina All-Stars. Hey, folks, we're coming to the end of another broadcast. We can't thank you we can't thank you enough, I should say, for letting us into your home this evening. Letting us into summertime. They listen to us by the poolside and in the garage, but it's too
warm
gosh darn
in Florida.
cold.
They might be listening to us by the
yeah.
pool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very, very true. I never thought of that. But thanks for letting us into your home, into your bedroom. Oh, by the way, don't forget to move that checkbook from that one drawer to the other. It's not a good thing. And that's first thing burglars look for is checkbooks and jewelry in the drawers, the nightstand, everything. So make sure you guys
Just leave it out. This way they don't have to rummage through everything.
Hey, as Jerry and I always say around this time, thanks for putting us on. If you've been listening in your car,
Thanks for the ride.
Here's the Brass Connection. Here is Blue Magic with a little bit of Stacy on the vocal. Don't fight the feelings of love. Hey, don't forget to catch us next week, Saturday. We're going to be here, if and the Lord willing.
A boy and a girl in a big spinning world, upside down in love from the start. Sunny days and laughing skies, true love in both their eyes, spending happy good times in the park. Learning all about living, taking and giving. Love is growing stronger every day. There'll never be another pause there. Trusting each other, good love seems to